Additional funding to Ukraine is not just a financial issue. It's a question of strategic clarity, responsibility, and accountability for the American taxpayers who entrust their hard-earned money to us. It's clear that American taxpayers are getting tired and skeptical of the direction the war is headed. Since November 2022, neither side has achieved significant net territorial gains, and Ukraine has failed to reap the gains many had hoped for from the spring counteroffensive. President Biden has repeatedly said we will support Ukraine for as long as it takes. But what does that really mean? Americans deserve to know what strategy and ultimate goal is to help Ukraine win war. Not vague statements of commander-in-chief. Congress has already approved more than $113 billion in aid and military aid. This help is almost like a home equity line of credit that anyone can buy into their own home. The biggest difference is that your money goes to Ukraine. This HELOC money goes to two accounts. $67 billion for defense and $46 billion for non-defense. Of the $67 billion directly earmarked for military aid, only $26 billion came out of HELOC. Moreover, EU taxpayers spent $15.2 billion supporting the US military related to the war in Ukraine. There are three ways to provide direct military aid to Ukraine: Presidential Withdrawal Authority, Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative. The president wants more than 21 Ukraine before spending the amount currently allowed. Of that amount, $13.1 billion is for military aid and $7.3 billion humanitarian and economic aid. Congress should not allocate new packages to Ukraine until the money already approved has been spent, and the Biden administration has presented Congress with clear U.S. targets. This is not a call to leave Ukraine, but a demand for transparency and strategic clarity. The Biden administration must present to Congress a clear roadmap for Ukraine's future before more funds are allocated. We need to understand the desired outcomes, including we cannot afford to go on this path. Rising spending, rising inflation and rising national debt require a responsible approach. The fragility of our defense industry foundation is another concern. Recent Department of Defense estimates suggest it may take 5 to 7 years to replenish some of our key munitions, including needles, javelins and 155mm shells. This is a timeline that may not be in line with potential threats on the horizon, such as Chinese aggression. China is watching actions in Ukraine closely and using them as a sign of our determination to defend allies. Global risks are high as China offers substantial military assistance to Russia. A Ukraine that secures victory is in line with our strategic interests. But there is no clear evidence to support it. If we have a strategy, Ukraine must maximize its resources, and the Biden administration must present a definitive plan. As a member of Congress and the House Armed Services Committee, I cannot wholehe